Hi, I'm Anthony from St. Francis of Assisi Parish in Fulton, Maryland. We're celebrating the Jubilee year of St. Francis, talking about his life. Welcome to Lessons from St. Francis. Renouncing his family and inheritance. After Francis's father obtained the money Francis got from selling possessions for the Church of San Damiano, he dragged Francis before the Bishop of Assisi to approve a sort of divorce between Francis and his family. His father was concerned that Francis would one day squander his inheritance of the family business, spending it on the poor and sick. In those days, when a person publicly declared themselves to be a servant of the Church, then the civil authorities no longer had authority over them. Therefore, the only solution was to require that Francis renounce his inheritance before the bishop by renouncing his family and all rights he had to family wealth. Francis not only agreed, he took off all his clothing and placed it at the feet of his father, along with all he possessed. He renounced his inheritance and his father. "From now on, I will no longer say, 'My Father,'" he said. "Instead, I will only say, 'Our Father in heaven.'" With that, the bishop clothed Francis in his tunic and brought him under the full protection of the Church. Ideally, one should not have to renounce their family, friends, or business to serve the Father in heaven. Sadly, this was the case for Francis. Though there would certainly have been a natural sorrow at the loss of his earthly father, the joy flowing from his unwavering obedience to God more than sufficed. Francis was now free of all earthly ties and was free to serve God in the way he was being called to serve. From a worldly point of view, Francis was all alone. But from the divine point of view, the bishop received Francis in the name of Christ and the Church. In doing so, he confirmed Francis's divine vocation. Reflect today on how far you are willing to go to serve the will of God. Most people will receive the loving support of their family as they serve God, but some will have to sever the ties that attempt to hold them back. Commit yourself to serving God with all your might, and do not hesitate to let go of anything that hinders the fulfillment of His perfect will. Let us pray. St. Francis, the sorrow and pain your father inflicted upon you led to his complete rejection of you. You did not give in to his manipulation, but accepted it with confidence and peace. You turned your eyes to your Father in heaven and placed all your hope in Him. Pray for me that I will follow your radical example of total detachment and trust the will of God. St. Francis, pray for me. Jesus, I trust in you. We'll be back next week with another lesson from Lessons from St. Francis. God bless.